Please subscribe our channel before the story starts, because we bring new videos like this every week. The old, abandoned park stood hidden behind a veil of overgrown trees and tangled vines, forgotten by the town's residents. The swings creaked eerily in the wind, and the rusted merry-go-round groaned as it slowly turned, haunted by memories of laughter long gone. Emily, a curious teenager with a penchant for exploring, had heard whispers about the abandoned park from the local kids. Intrigued, she decided to investigate. As she pushed aside the foliage and stepped into the desolate playground, an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of her stomach. The once vibrant colors of the play structures had faded, and a thick layer of dust covered everything. A forgotten teddy bear lay in the corner, missing an eye, a silent witness to the park's lonely existence. Emily shivered, feeling the weight of the past as she ventured deeper. As she approached the dilapidated carousel, the wind whispered through the skeletal remains of the surrounding trees, creating an eerie symphony. Suddenly, Emily thought she heard distant laughter, the faint echo of children playing, but the park was empty, or so it seemed. Night fell, and Emily returned to the abandoned park, unable to resist the mysterious allure that now captivated her. The moon cast an otherworldly glow on the rusted swings, casting long, distorted shadows across the playground. As Emily wandered through the desolate space, the distant laughter from earlier echoed louder. She followed the sound, drawn deeper into the heart of the abandoned park. The air grew thick with anticipation, and a chill ran down her spine. In the moonlight, she saw faint apparitions of children playing, their ghostly figures dancing around the decrepit structures. Emily gasped, unsure if what she witnessed was real or a trick of her imagination. The ethereal laughter intensified, surrounding her like a haunting melody. In the center of the park, a spectral carousel turned with an otherworldly energy, its long-forgotten music playing a haunting tune. Emily hesitated, but couldn't resist the allure of the ghostly children inviting her to join their spectral game. The carousel spun faster, its haunting melody growing louder as Emily cautiously approached. The ghostly children beckoned her to join them, their transparent hands reaching out. As she stepped onto the creaking platform, a sudden coldness enveloped her, and the world blurred. Emily found herself transported to a different time, surrounded by the laughter of children long gone. The park vibrated with life, the swings swaying with the weight of invisible occupants. The merry-go-round spun with youthful exuberance, and the air was thick with the scent of cotton candy and popcorn. But the illusion quickly shattered. The vibrant colors of the past flickered, revealing the reality of the abandoned park. The ghostly children's laughter turned into distant cries, and Emily felt a deep sadness seeping into her soul. As she tried to leave, the carousel spun out of control, the haunting melody distorting into a dissonant cacophony. The ghostly children's faces contorted into anguished expressions, their eyes pleading for release from the eternal loop of the abandoned park. Emily struggled to escape the clutches of the ghostly carousel, its speed increasing as if fueled by the collective sorrow of the forgotten children. The once inviting laughter morphed into tormented screams, echoing through the desolate park. Desperation consumed Emily as she fought against the spectral force. Shadows danced around her, whispering long-forgotten secrets and tales of tragedy that had befallen the abandoned park. The carousel's haunting melody intensified, drowning out her cries for help. In a moment of clarity, Emily realized that the only way to break the curse was to confront the source of the park's sorrow. Determined, she delved into the memories embedded in the rusty frame of the carousel, unraveling the tragic tale of a carnival accident that claimed the lives of innocent children. As she uncovered the truth, the ghostly carousel slowed, the anguished faces of the children transforming into peaceful smiles. The desolate park fell silent, and Emily felt a sense of closure, the weight of the past lifting from her shoulders. With the curse broken, Emily stood in the now still park, the ghostly echoes of the past fading into the night. The once abandoned playground transformed before her eyes, regaining its former vibrancy. The colors returned, and the air was no longer heavy with sorrow. The swing swayed gently in the breeze, and the carousel stood silent, no longer haunted by the tormented cries of the lost children. Emily felt a sense of peace settle over the once forgotten park, as if the spirits had finally found rest. As she left the playground, the overgrown trees and tangled vines retreated, revealing the rejuvenated park to the town. The whispers of the haunted past faded, replaced by the joyful laughter of children playing once more. The once abandoned park had found redemption, its ghostly history laid to rest, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that the echoes of the past lingered, a reminder of the thin veil that separated the living from the ghostly realm. In the days that followed, the revitalized park became a beacon of curiosity for the townsfolk. Families returned to enjoy the playground's newfound vibrancy, oblivious to the spectral drama that had unfolded. However, Emily couldn't shake off the feeling that something lingered in the shadows. As she strolled through the park, the atmosphere seemed charged with an unspoken energy. Shadows played tricks on her, and the air felt thick with an unseen presence. Emily's unease grew, and she became determined to unravel the mysteries that still lingered beneath the surface. Late one evening, she found herself drawn back to the carousel. Though now silent, the once ghostly apparatus cast long, distorted shadows. As Emily studied the fading light, she noticed faint figures moving in the corner of her eye, shadowy remnants of the past that refused to be forgotten. The shadows in the park intensified, and Emily began to hear faint whispers carried by the wind. In the quiet hours of the night, the spectral voices spoke of unfinished business, of restless spirits seeking closure. The once redeemed playground seemed to have become a conduit between the living and the ethereal. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Emily delved into the history of the abandoned park, unearthing tales of otherworldly occurrences that predated the tragic carnival accident. The spirits, it seemed, had been tethered to the land long before the carousel's curse. As she pieced together the fragments of the park's haunted history, Emily realized that breaking the curse on the carousel had only scratched the surface. Darker forces lingered in the park, and the wind whispered of forgotten tragedies that demanded acknowledgement. Emily's investigation led her to a hidden chamber beneath the carousel, a place untouched by time. There, she discovered an ancient artifact, a mysterious relic that served as a gateway between the realms of the living and the dead. The spirits, bound by the artifact's power, yearned for release. As Emily touched the relic, visions of the past flooded her mind. She saw the park as it once was, a sacred place where rituals were held to honor the spirits that inhabited the land. But over time, the sacred practices had turned malevolent, trapping the souls of the departed in a perpetual limbo. Determined to set things right, Emily sought guidance from an old town elder who still remembered the park's ancient rituals. Together, they devised a plan to cleanse the relic and break the ancient curse that bound the spirits to the land. Under the moonlit sky, Emily and the elder performed a ritual to cleanse the relic and free the trapped spirits. The air crackled with energy as they chanted incantations and offered tributes to the restless souls. Shadows danced around them, and the wind carried the echoes of ancient voices. As the ritual unfolded, the artifact glowed with an otherworldly light. The ground trembled, and the veil between realms wavered. The spirits, long held captive, began to ascend, their ethereal forms dissipating into the night. The wind carried away the whispers, and the park fell silent. With the ritual complete, the relic lost its ominous glow. The ancient forces that had haunted the park for centuries seemed to retreat, leaving behind a sense of peace. The shadows dispersed, and the park, once again, stood as a testament to the resilience of the living and the redemption of the spirits that had found release. The townsfolk, unaware of the supernatural events that had unfolded, marveled at the renewed beauty of the once abandoned park. Emily, now a guardian of its hidden history, watched as families laughed and played, the echoes of sorrow replaced by the joyous sounds of the living. As the sun set on the revitalized playground, Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. The ancient curse had been broken, and the spirits had found peace. The park had transformed from a haunting ground to a place of healing, a symbol of the delicate balance between the realms of the living and the dead. But Emily knew that the mysteries of the abandoned park would forever linger in the whispers of the wind and the shadows cast by the moonlight. The town had reclaimed its forgotten treasure, and the once abandoned park stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring mysteries that lurk in the places we least expect.